Hey guys, welcome back to geometry. So today is the very first day of the fourth quarter. So what we're talking about in geometry is our special right triangles. So you're going to realize that there's two. One of them is called a 45-45-90 over here, and the other one is called a 30-60-90, and he's over here. What's super important, I want both of us to remember, is that both triangles have a 90 degree. So there's a 90 there, and there's a 90 here. Okay, that's important because if we want to go through and prove any of these things, when we use the Pythagorean theorem, because they're both right triangles, we can go backwards and we can take our answers and we can prove that they are correct because they are right triangles. But they're super, super special right triangles. So as you remember, if you have a right triangle here where two sides are the same, it's called an isosceles. This is an isosceles right triangle because it has two of the same sides and it has a right angle, which means that that side is identical to that side. Okay? Which means that in a 45-45-90, this side is x. This side is also x because they are congruent. And the hypotenuse is going to be an x root 2. Okay? We're going to talk about why this is true when we prove it with the Pythagorean theorem. This is the basis of a 45-45-90 triangle. X, x, and this will be an x root 2. Okay? So if this side was 3, this would be 3, that would be 3, that would be 3 root 2. Okay? For the next guy, we have a 30-60-90. Again, this is super, super important. So the longest side in a right triangle is the hypotenuse, which is this guy over here. And in a 30-60-90, the hypotenuse is always going to be 2x. Okay? Your smallest leg is across from the smallest angle. So your smallest angle is 30. So your smallest leg has got to be x. And 60 is going to be your middle angle because it's between 30 and 90, and that will be an x root 3. So for example, if this was 4, then this would be 4. This would be a 4 root 3. This would be 2 times 4, which would be 8. All right. Let's take a look at this example real quick. So let's scroll down here, and it says find AB. Well, we know it's a 45-45-90 triangle, right, everybody? Because it's given to us. And we know that it's in the form of x, x, x root 2. Well, what do we have here? We have a 3 root 2. This is the same as saying x root 2. Okay, so our x value is a 3, right? Which means that AB has to be a 3, and also CA has to be a 3. So we can say that AB side length is equivalent to 3. Okay. Let's take a look at the next one. This is a 30-60-90 triangle. Why? Well, because they tell us that's 90, they tell us that's 60, and they tell us that's 30. Okay? So remember, in a 30-60-90, this is 2x, this is going to be x root 3, and this is just going to be x. Okay? Now they want us to find xy, which is this guy right here. Okay? They want us to find xy. Well, the problem is that this guy is 12. Okay? So how do we go from this 12 to this side over here? Well, we know that this side is 2x. So we can say if 12 is equivalent to 2x, and we divide both sides by 2, we can say that x is equivalent to 6. So if that's true, that means that this would be 6 over here. So we can say that xy side length is equivalent to 6. Okay? Alternatively, we can also say that xz is 6 root 3. xz is equivalent to 6 root 3. You can do that too. And over here, we can say that AC is equivalent to 3 also. Okay? So this is what we're talking about when we have a 30-60-90 right here and 45-45-90 here. So I want you to go through, take a look at this video, and pause it. And if you have any questions, please email me.